Hey guys, this is Donnie with Standing Goats Rescue. We've got the car running. Thank God for Chris. Brother Chris helped me. He knows what he's doing with the mechanic work, where I don't. I just come out to do a short walk. I've been wanting to do a live stream, and I have not had the time at the end of the day, which normally ends around 7 o'clock for me now. I'm so doggone tired, I just can't pull it off. And I've been needing to do it for this almost a week now. And one of the things I need to get out to you guys is rather important is we done a prayer request for part of our family here, Gene Fox. He has Green Mountain Droning on YouTube. If you guys that are drone enthusiasts would like to check out his channel, he's got some just amazing footage that he's done. But we done a prayer request for Jean's Aunt Connie. She had the tumor behind her eye, and they were trying to shrink it down, and we had prayed that that tumor would shrink down and be gone. Aunt Connie went home. Lord called her home. She did not make it through the night, and it was several days ago. I have not had the time to get out and to do a live show. I was wanting to do it on a live show and tell you guys I hate doing it on a video, but it needs to get out. I probably won't have time tonight for a show. So I run down here. I want to film this lake. I haven't been out here. These trees used to be large planted pines. They cut them right before Hurricane Michael, and they replanted it. The last time I was out here, it was big, huge, grown pine trees, mature pines. And then they had planted all these little saplings, and some of them are 12, 13 foot tall. Most of them are in the 6 to 8 foot range. But I wanted to show you where I'm at. I want to do a walk around and just look. I haven't been out here in a long time. It looks a lot different. Let me turn the camera around. It's going to make some noise, so just bear with me. I've got the mic going. I got the GoPro Media Mod. I'm using the GoPro, and hopefully it's got a windsock on it. Hopefully it's not picking up the wind. It's blowing pretty hard today. But the lake is right down there. And if you guys, I don't know if you can see it, there's some big pines way back there in the distance. Looks like the horizon. It's about 3/4 of a mile from us. That's where me and Brother Jeff had walked up on that werewolf thing. It was right there. But I wanted to just do a little short walk here and show you guys this. Just keep our brother Gene and his family in your prayers. You know, you lose a loved one, it impacts everybody. This is the old trail. I was wanting to show you guys some of how big the trees were. Here's some of the original stumps. I'm only a couple hundred yards from the highway. But this right here is one of the original stumps where they pinched them off. There's a lot of them. There were some really large trees out here. People have been dumping. That's what all this mess is. There's tire tracks everywhere where people come out here and dump their Christmas trees. There's garbage out here, unfortunately. I'm gonna walk down. Let me get around this. Just want to go down and let you guys check out the area, and I want to see it again. I haven't been out here in a long time. They got, see the big truck coming over there? They're logging. Further back, they're cutting the timber. This is all paper company land. But I can't go where I'm wanting to go. Chris and I, we are going out tomorrow. We've got to retrieve our hunting stands. And we're going to do some filming while we're out there. But we're also going to show, we're going to do an intro for Chris's channel, Claghorn Outdoors. He's getting good at doing his videos. He's figured out the editing pretty doggone quick. a lot quicker than I would have, or a lot quicker than I did. So we're going to put together an intro for him. As soon as we get it up, I'll when he posts the video with that intro in it, I'll let you guys know so you can go over and check it out. There's a lot of cut trees in here. They're definitely cut. I thought they were broke from the hurricane, but they're not. They're cut. I think I may put the drone in the air and let you guys see some footage from there. This is a beautiful, beautiful lake. It used to be full of fish. There's a little mourning dove. Our deer season is officially over. We can hog hunt until the first Sunday in March, which I think is the 7th. I think that's the last day. The first Sunday is the last day. I'm just not sure if that's the 7th. Wow, this looks so much different. These big trees used to come all the way down. The pines were all the way down right here at the water. This is the high water mark right here where I'm at. And the pines used to come all the way down to this high water mark all the way around it. That is so pretty. I'm looking for animal tracks. I am armed. I'm always armed. I used to carry two different firearms for protection. If I were going into an area where I'd have to deal with people, possibly bad people, I carried my 9mm. And then I carried the 10mm or the 45 when I went out into the woods, where I have to deal with animals, more powerful beings. The highway's right back through here. It's maybe 70 yards past that tallest pine tree back there. That's highway traffic you guys are hearing. I'm gonna walk around this way a little bit. Just looking to see if there's any animal tracks. I guess you can get by the water. I was afraid it'd be thick. I don't want to get snake bit. It's probably 65 right now. More garbage people throw out. I just can't. Oh, sorry. Looks like somebody urinated in that bottle. There used to be some big gators in this little pond. A little piece of plastic is from, excuse me, that's one of them plastic containers. You get 22 bullets in. This is horrible. This is human trash. There's an old track. Deer, yeah. Another one. Just want to see if there's any unusual stuff down here. If any of you guys know what this is, please comment and let me know. It's a really soft, a velvety leaf. They grow everywhere, but I've seen them. I've even seen them for sale in some of the shops that sell plants. They get a little flower on them. I've never known what they were and I never thought to look. And you've seen them. I've seen them in Home Depot one time. It never crossed my mind to check. It almost looks like a trail right here. Not bad, that's a bird. It almost sounded like a grunt. Probably a bear. There's no pigs here. There's no pigs at all. I just heard a grunt somewhere right here. Let me back up a little bit, that's too thick. I heard it once and then it happened again. Thought I just heard something. I just heard a sound that resembled a grunt until it went a second time. It startled me a little bit. See if you can see up here. I'm not going to go over there because I don't know what that was. I've never faced a bear in the woods, and I do not plan on doing that. Sound like it come from this bush right here. I'm trying to find it in my camera viewfinder right here. That dark green sounded like it came from right there. I'm not seeing any bear tracks. I just don't want it to be some coyotes. It kind of stinks. I was wanting to go down behind this big tree right here. I wanted to go right on the back side of it. I'm going to try to walk that way again. I just don't want to go against better judgment. If I hear it again, I'm not going for sure. It's not smart to push your luck with wildlife. Hello? Hey. Toss a steak in there. Oh. That didn't go so good. It's really, really thick. there's a little pine. Oh, I can't see it on the screen. It's right here in this little clear. There's a little pine pushed over, alive, a green pine. All that's pushed over like a little bed area. That's cleared out right there. Guys, I'm gonna go get the drone. I'm not gonna go down there. I'm just gonna spook myself. I'm gonna put the drone in the air and I'm gonna fly it around. I want you guys to see this area. It's really, really pretty. There's a truck on the highway. It's a lot closer than I thought. I'm right on the highway. Wow. I'm gonna go back to the car and we'll put the drone up and now the drone does not have audio. It's video only. That tree's still green. You can see where they cut it. So I'll have to try to find some free music to add to the drone video. Golly, this wind is blowing hard. I hope I'm able to fly in it. The video may be shaky. If I can get some footage, then I'll try to find some music to add to it so you're not just watching dead video with no sound. I don't know if I'll be able to fly it though. It's blowing really hard. I don't know why they cut so many of these little sand pines. All they did was cut them down. I guess because they're not a paper tree. This is a sand pine here, short needle pine. And this is your paper pines, your longleaf. And all these ones that are cut down are sand pines. They're really pretty when they grow. They can be quite large, but they don't have that long straight shaft like a long needle pine does. They're more of a, they got a bunch of limbs on them. Look at all the garbage people throw out here. It's a shame. All they do is give them, they get a little ticket. There's trash up underneath them trees. Beer cans, beer bottles, other junk. Pretty little holly tree. Looks like it's sick. Well, there's several of them. They don't look good. Maybe I may have sprayed them. Bathrobe. It's ridiculous. Jeez. There's so much trash out here. And this is the reason that they've cracked down on the laws for us, the areas that we hunt, because of all this junk litter. You know, it kills wildlife sometimes. It definitely pollutes the ground. Some of these oil canisters, junk they put out. Somebody's clothes. They need to prosecute these people. And quit patting them on the wrist and give them a $50 ticket. Need to put him in prison for about 10 years. Give him time to think about throwing crap out in nature. Anyways, I'm sorry for ranting. I'm gonna get the drone up and see if I can fly it. The wind's blowing quite hard. I don't want it to go down in that lake. You guys stand by for a minute. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the little video. I flew over this lake and I went back over the hill back there. I was right at a mile from here, 5,300 and something feet total. I don't recall the exact distance, but I ended up going back. There's another lake back there I didn't even know was there. And I went up around that one and looked at it. And then I came back, and as you seen on the video, I got it close and I was filming myself with it. And it's got a feature, that little drone, that you hit the return to home feature and it'll shoot up to the set distance you got it set at. And I have it set at 250 feet. So if the battery gets low, it'll come back home to the point where it took off. And it's extremely accurate, even with this wind blowing. And what it had done is it would have landed right there. And it got down about 5 foot, 4.5 to 5 foot above the landing pad. But it would have landed right here, and it said the landing zone was not a good area to land, and so I had to move it back a little bit to center it. The wind's blowing really hard and it was off by about a foot, but it wouldn't land because it would have got up in the grass, this stuff here, and it senses that. But it'll when it returns to home, if the battery's low or if it loses signal, it'll turn around and it'll come back from where it took off, and you can override it. But it's a safety feature so you don't lose your drone. And I've got it set to go up to 250 foot in case I fly it somewhere and I lose sight of it. I don't hit a tree or a power line as it's coming back. It'll shoot up to 250 foot. It'll come back to the point where it originally took off, and then it'll land. And provided it lands in a nice flat area, it'll go ahead and land. It will not land on anything metal, or if there's any, if you got stuff like that laying around, that stump, it's just not going to land. It'll tell you it's an unsafe landing zone and to find another area.
Critically low battery.
And I just got an alert, critically and low battery. But that's when I set this up on the car. This shows me everything. There's my camera to record. That's the little white thing above it. That's for video. I can click it and I can go 4K, 2.7K. You got just as many settings, if not more, than a GoPro. But that's it. I wanted to share that with you. I love this little thing. It's small, and it's got a gimbal built into the camera, so the camera always stays level. You know, if you're up there doing this number in the wind, the camera stays level, so your footage is incredibly clear. It is just an awesome little drone, and you do not have to register it with the FAA, FFA, whatever that is called, the flight people. I think, is it off? Yep, okay, it's off. And it all fits in that little case right there. The drone folds. I put aftermarket legs on it, so it's a little higher off the ground. It normally sits really low. I mean, the aftermarket leg is right there. That's the bottom of it, like right here, where you can't see. The bottom of their stock legs are somewhere like right here. And this one, you see the little, well, can't really show it. Anyway, it sits very, very low to the ground. And I ordered these aftermarket legs. They were cheap, and I put them on it. And then, of course, I put this plastic thing on the front to protect the camera, because when I crashed it, I broke the gimbal. It was substantial damage, and it was so much damage that they just replaced the whole drone with the insurance that I had. But if you guys are looking for a drone, it was a little expensive. I saved for it, and I just could not. Every time I get the money up, something would happen, and I'd have to use the money. And so what I ended up doing, I went to a website called Affirm, AFFIRM, and I applied for credit for GoPro, for DJI, and they approved me. And that's also how I got this camera I'm filming on right now. I'm using the GoPro 9 today. But I did the GoPro 9 and this through that Affirm. And my payments are like $58 a month for a year. And I paid about $70 for it. And I bought this landing pad. I think it was like $10. I ordered it from Amazon. Just so I have a safe spot to launch the drone so I don't get dirt in the motors. Because the little motors, they're brushless motors, but they do not have dirt covers on them. And I can use the blue side or the orange side, and you just twist it up into this little old knot, this little figure 8. Oh, let me put the camera down for a second. Maybe you'll be able to see me some. But anyhow, you come out of this. Disconnect everything. This is my old phone that would overheat when I used the camera. It's that Samsung. And so all I use it for now is for the drone. It works wonderful for that. It's no good for nothing else. This is the little controller that comes with it, with the drone. But if you guys decide to get a drone, this one's really easy to fly. I've never flown, and I learned. I didn't crash in the learning process. I crashed playing with the dogs, letting the dogs chase it and zipping away from them, and I hit a branch sticking off our little plum tree. They had no leaves on them, it looked like a wire, and the propeller caught it and it slammed it into the driveway, into the concrete really hard. The little handles come off, they unscrew from here, the joysticks, and they snap into the bottom. And you can, when you plug your phone up to this, I'll show you. I didn't have it set this time, but you can set it to where it charges up the battery in your phone. If you don't want to charge it that way, this is the battery pack for this drone. I got the bundle. I got 3 batteries. But when your batteries are in, you got a little button right here. I hit the button. I don't think you guys can see the lights on the top up here. This and ain't showing because there ain't no battery in it. But I can plug my phone charger into this, and I can use this as a battery pack, a battery bank to charge up my phone. But the controller, when my phone's charged to it, there's a setting in there you can turn it on. So when you're flying your drone, it's keeping your phone charged at 100%. And it takes very little power to charge up your phone. This little fella here, and close the feet on it. These are the aftermarket feet I put on it. These just rotate forward like this. And then these go to the back like this. And they make a little case, it's for your propellers. But once I put this camera guard on it to protect my camera, that little propeller strap that locks your propellers in place, it doesn't fit on it. So I'm using one of Kim and Rosie's hair things, their little hair ties. But it works good. It keeps I just line the propellers up on the bottom, and then on the top, and I stick that little hair thing on it, and it keeps my propellers from flopping around so they don't get damaged. And then the battery's right here. You got a little quick tab. You just hit the little tab and you slide the battery out, and the memory card is right there. So when I get home, I'll pop the memory card out, and so I can get that footage. And I'll put my battery in here. I'll plug this back in, and when this is plugged in, this charger, whichever battery is closest to being full, it charges it first, then it'll do the next one, then it'll do the lowest one. It's just I'm so thankful for this. This little drone is absolutely amazing. That's the propeller guard for it that holds your propellers. But with that little gimbal guard to protect my camera, I can't use it. The propellers are cheap if I damage them. The gimbal is not cheap. It's very expensive. It was over $200, the damage that was done to the gimbal. But anyhow, I wanted to share that with you. And here's my little plug. And I charge the batteries, then I plug it into my controller, and it charges the controller. The controller, I can fly about probably 5 or 6 flights, really long flights, 25-minute long flights, and before the controller needs to be charged. And it'll still have, you could probably fly 2 or 3 more flights with it. And this little thing here, I gotta remember, it does well, trying to, come on. I don't remember which way it goes. Oh. No, it goes this way. Oh, there it is. Okay. And it's got a little case too. Anyway, I didn't mean to drag your time out showing you all that. I did want to show you the drone. If you guys are looking for a drone, a beginner drone that flies really well, really easy to fly. It's got a cinematic mode, which is a slow flight mode. It's got a normal mode, which is pretty quick, and then it's got a sport mode. The sport mode, it flies about 36 miles per hour, and it just, when you hit the throttle, that thing's gone. But the throttles on this, it moves in accordance to how hard you push the stick. If you just lightly push on the stick, the drone will just slightly start moving. And the same with the turning it, rotating it side to side, or shifting it, making it move side to side this way. It operates in accordance to how hard you push them controllers. You push them all the way, that thing's gone. It'll take off and get away from you really quick. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and keep our brother Gene Fox and his family in your prayers. His Aunt Connie, she didn't make it. You know, the families, they're going to be heartbroken over losing her. Please uplift them and keep them in your prayers. So good to hear from, or to see you guys on here. And hopefully everything will slow down soon. We can get back to the live shows. I got to get back home. We got babies. We got 6 mamas that are due either today or tomorrow. I don't know how many are going to actually give birth just yet, but we've had 3 mamas in 4 days that had babies. So I'm headed to the house. I love you guys. God bless you all. Y'all have a wonderful day. If there's anything I can do for you, just reach out to me. Please email me. It takes, I receive comments all day long, and I cannot stay on top of them. It's near the end of the day, the little bit of time I have, I either eat and go to bed, or I just skip dinner altogether and I go straight to bed. Today I got away from the house. We got the car running. I've been needing to do this for a long time, and so I just shot down here. I'm going to get home. I'm going to throw the video together as quick as I can make it happen, start uploading it, and then carry on with the daily chores. Y'all have a good day, and until next time, always be safe.